Hey guys, thanks for joining me on today's live video. My name is Chris Lindsay and this is the third video I'm doing on this series, How to Get Out of Survival Mode. So today I want to talk about prescribing yourself nature. So I had a friend who shared with me an interesting post about doctors in Shetland prescribing nature to their patients. So instead of prescribing them a drug or a pill, they were prescribed getting out into nature. So I thought this was pretty amazing. So the doctors up there, in conjunction with the Royal Society for the Prevention or Protection of Birds, created a leaflet over 12 months with different activities each month to get out into nature, doing things like touching the sea, creating sea art, tracing rivers to their source, and all sorts of quite quirky things, bury your face in the grass. So yeah, so really quite interesting things basically to get and encourage their patients to get out into nature. And with the benefits, and research does back this up, benefits from that will be things like helping manage diabetes, help manage mental illness, obesity, heart disease, help reduce depression, manage anxiety or stress, reduce blood pressure, and ultimately make you feel happier. So I was looking about how most of us are now living, and it looks like, based on statistics, we are mostly living in urban areas, so cities or towns, about 80% of us, and about 90% of our time is spent indoors. So it's only about 2 hours a day actually outdoors, and at that time maybe all of that is maybe spent commuting to and from the office. So that leads to less time outdoors, and ultimately less time in nature. So if nature has so many benefits, if doctors are now trying to prescribe nature as a way to help their patients manage stress, anxiety, obesity, depression, whatever it might be, because it's free, nature's free, it doesn't cost anything to go outside, we should be prescribing nature to ourselves. So I want to prescribe nature to you this week. I want to encourage you to, challenge you to go out into nature and to spend time sitting in nature, absorbing it, not just passing through. Because so often these days we can be walking along, staring at our phones, distracted by what we're going to have for dinner, what's going to happen in the office, if we're walking through an urban park on our way into the office. So I want to challenge you to spend time in nature, prescribe nature to yourself this week, and just spend time out in nature and see how that makes you feel. And I think it's going to make you feel better. I know myself personally, when I'm out in nature, going for a hike or a run or a walk, I always feel my mood's lifted. I feel better. If I've got any sort of niggles or concerns or worries, I help to work through them. And how can you not feel better when you're surrounded by the beauty of nature, streams, trees, leaves, flowers, the animals, the birds. So my challenge here for you this week is get out into nature, prescribe nature to yourself, not just this week, but ongoing, just spend regular time in nature. So that's really all I've got to cover this week. Be your own doctor, prescribe nature to yourself, and I want you to feed back to me how you get on and what benefits you find from that. Okay. Thanks for listening.